Yesterday, we had a new thing for our last summit. We had a pre-conference, and the focus of the pre-conference was digital humanities, which is something that's becoming a more and more import for us in the college as we look at our work and how we can what kind of innovations we can make around it. And it was really a very interesting day, and so what we wanted to do is bring Childress up from the University Libraries and have her give us just a little bit of a download summary of what was discussed yesterday, so that those of you who weren't able to attend can get the gist of what we discussed. Dawn?
Thanks, John. Okay, so I'll try to be very brief, so hopefully that'll give a few of you a few extra minutes on yours if you need it. So I just want to summarize a little bit what we did yesterday and what I thought some of the outcomes were. So we had our inaugural LASTS Digital Humanities Pre-Conference, which I hope is the first of many. And I joked a little bit that this was sort of a conference in beta. So just in digital humanities fashion, we were experimenting. We were all part of an experiment, and we were releasing before we were ready. But it may have been more of an alpha, but I think it went well anyway. I think it was well received. It was fairly well attended, and I saw a lot of familiar faces there, so that was kind of encouraging to know that at least some of the faculty that I work with are thinking about these things and have an interest in digital humanities, or at least interested in finding out what they were or what they are. We started with an opening session where we kind of defined digital humanities a little bit, and we gave our own definitions. Those of us on the panel, it was Eric Novotny, the history librarian, Patricia Sway, our digital collections curator, Dan Tripp from the English department, myself, and Mike Furlow. We're all gave our definitions, and Bill Brockman from English also. And then we asked the audience to give their 3 words about digital humanities, what it was to them. And we had a little whirl of that. So these, this is a whirl of the definitions, or the words they came back. So you can see, some of the obvious things: collaboration, very large there, useful, consuming. Those are all kind of things that get kicked around a lot. There were actually, a lot of negative words there too, but I think predominantly positive words. So that's a good thing. Let's see. We also kind of polled the audience to see what their comfort levels were with digital humanities. And most have heard of it, but we're just kind of vaguely familiar and maybe wanted to find out more. We also asked if they were there more for research or for teaching, and almost exclusively there for their research, very few people for teaching, finding out about digital humanities for that. And we also asked about the tech expertise levels, and most people consider themselves pretty much in the middle, a tech pragmatist, as Eric coined it. So, they're comfortable with technology, but they use their tools very selectively, and tools can be very time-consuming sometimes. So, this is what we got from the audience here. We then went into a brief introduction of tools that are used often in digital humanities. We broke it up and introduced the tools themselves and tried to cover as many use cases and examples as we could so that people could get an idea of how these tools are used. I mean, it's all fine and well to know that there's this text analysis tool out there, but to see how someone has used it and integrated it into their teaching or into their research can be much more meaningful. So we tried to just give a snapshot of that, really just an introduction so that people could figure out areas they might be more interested in exploring. We then moved on to a session on TEI, which I gave, and I'm having a hard time judging just how successful it might have been. I mean, I think these concepts can be pretty tricky for those folks who are not already familiar with coding and things like that. If you know HTML, then TEI might be a pretty easy step. But we talked a little bit about XML and why you would want to use it, why you would want to use TEI. We had a little hands-on at the end. And then Eric Novotny and Patricia Sway did a session on Omega and WordPress, talked about how to set those up, how to customize, but they really focused a lot on use cases for that too. So how would you use Omega? How would you use WordPress in your teaching or to present your research or to So that was pretty much what we did yesterday, and I thought it was a lot of fun, and I hope those that attended thought it was a lot of fun. And I think I speak for the whole group when I say that, you know, I hope these sessions will lead to more sessions, and I really hope they'll lead to discussions. Because I think the most important thing is to find out what it is that researchers at Penn State, you know, what tools they might need, what they might use, and how we can help them to achieve mastery in those, or to help them use those tools, or to find collaborators and other players that might enhance